Thinking is born, you are paying gold. So you pay your gold by the weight of the potato, 1 pound potato exchanging for 1 pound of gold, then definitely you have to fight around with friends. Without knowing that you lost gold, perhaps you will be angry with your husband or wife. Your body is composed of trillions and trillions of tiny living units called cells. There are many kinds of cells in your body. Those cells that are alike and work together form tissues. Tissues in turn form larger units called organs. So group of cell is called tissue, and group of tissue is called organs. And group of organs make together systems, and group of system is called organism, that is the body. Organs are grouped into together, unite called systems. Together the system form your body. One of these system is the skin. The skin is the outer kundalini. The protective outer covering of the body, which is transformed into inner skin, which is called the mucous membrane. So outer skin is epithelium, inner skin is the mucous membrane. And body is covered from in and out both sides. Inside covered with the skin, which is not called skin, called mucous membrane. See, the lips are the meeting point. Lips, nose inside, but lips you can see clearly. Your genital organs, mouth, intestine have mucous membrane covering. When this mucous membrane is ulcerated inside, then there are various types of sickness. It is reported that without involving epithelial cells means outer skin or inner skin, there cannot be cancer. To have a cancer, it must involve skin, inner skin. So the layer of skin gone in liver, in brain, once they did, then they involve all tissue from outside. But there must be epithelial tissue for cancer to attack. In the lungs, bronchi are covered with that, which plastering of cholesterol natural. Inner skin is always smoothed by the layers of cholesterol. So cholesterol not all the time dangerous, it is also very important unit for body. So you cannot deny. You cannot tell you get out because it is making the inner layer of the mucous membrane. An undue collection of the cholesterol also will block it and create death. One of these systems is the skin, the protective outer covering of the body. In addition, the skin also contains important glands. If you have any difficulty, Rick, don't trouble yourself, you can take chair. Idea is not to torture. In addition, the skin also contains important glands, serves as a place for the storage of food reserves, helps to regulate the body temperature. In human body, especially vertebrate, the inside skin is the medium through which brain controls the temperature. You may have 120 degree temperature, as South Dakota reported yesterday, 120 temperature gone up. Means it becoming first in relation to Texas, where is 115. But still temperature of man will remain the same. Because the inside, which you call triple warmer, or the brain center of heat regulating in Agya Chakram thalamus, it has to expand the skin right away. So this temperature get out. Winter time it had to contract. This way they regulate. So suppose there is something wrong on due to tremendous heat in the brain, then it cannot regulate the skin. There will be death due to heat wave. If skin cannot be expanded, then such a heat tremendously will create sunstroke. In India, we have very natural, and we don't have too much botheration because people understand that is your karma. Karmic theory helps a lot there. But in this country, it is a new challenge. We should accept this type of theory, then we feel very guilty that we are accepting perhaps Hindu theory in the Christian world, but it is coming. Serves one of these system is the skin, the protective outer covering of the body. In addition, the skin also contains important glands. These glands also have hormones. The skin also contains important glands, serves as a place for the storage of food reserves. Lymphatic glands, sweat glands, sebaceous gland. The oil well are not only on earth. The body contains million and million oil wells. The oil is radiating. Therefore, applying daily soap, Western world have developed very good at the cleanliness. But too much applying soap and depending on that, that is dangerous habit. Therefore, I invented system, it is my own invention, to apply on the body sour cream, yogurt, and this I invented seeing in village they use lot of buttermilk. That buttermilk of villagers is like acidophilus. But then I invented instead of yogurt, because here yogurt is not the same what we have in India. So I brought this sour cream theory and I apply. And this I gave to many girls and many ladies who have leukorrhea, white discharge like gonorrhea. And they have given me report that it works. It works. Their secretion is reduced. Many have no secretion anymore. And many have it is reduced, and many have not reduced but under control. Like pyorrhea. If you can keep your mouth clean, that is the best. Although sickness is there. Unclean mouth make more offensive odor. So many way it is helpful. And I found between the yogurt and sour cream more effective, and then yogurt. And try please. And especially when leukorrhea is there, then I advise cleanliness with the lotion made of alum, A-L-U-M, alum. Alum. It cleans. Irrigation, then application of the sour cream in and out. Skin helps to regulate the body temperature and contains many nerve endings that respond to touch, pressure, pain, heat and cold. Then skeletal system, bones. The bones of your body gives your body its shape and form. It protects vital parts such as your brain, heart and lungs, and it gives anchorage and leverage for all the muscles you use in moving. The muscular system, write down Bharti Devi that sloka of कालार्थ कर्मणाम योगो हीन मिथ्याति मात्रिका सम्यक योगस्य विज्ञो रोगारोग्य के कारणम कालार्थ कर्मणाम योगो हीन मिथ्याति मात्रिका. The muscular system, the skin system, called excretory system, or coastal army, coast guard, dealing with inner and outer forces both. It is military department of the body, the skin, inside, outside both. Muscles, skeleton is the inner strength on which body stands. Then muscular system, is the locomotor system, it is locomotion, consists of several types of muscles. Several type of muscles means all muscles are not alike. The muscles of heart, you will be surprised. If you take one piece of heart cutting and put into solution, it will continue to contract automatically. That type of power other muscles do not have. Those attached directly to the big कालार्थ कर्मणाम योगो हीन मिथ्याति मात्रका सम्यक योगस्य विज्ञेयो रोगारोग्यैक कारणम. रोग आरोग्य रोगारोग्यैक कारणम. सम्यक योगस्य विज्ञेय रोग आरोग्यैक कारणम. Those attached directly to the big bones of your skeleton, as in the arms and legs, can be moved at the will. Other muscles are thin, elastic sheets that help give your body its firmness. These are the pictures for your imagination. Little bit you have to know something. And if you forget pictures, see your body, because it is about you. These are the different activities are going on. Whatever you do, it is the movement of energy. Therefore, every sickness, as George was reading today in book Kundalini Yoga, every type of sickness, that I am telling, all resident, one is gone into psychiatric institute, he voluntary commitment. If that is the way people want to live, to go to mental institute at the end, then why they should be here? I am trying to help, not for myself, that you come regularly in meditation. This is a help for you. What problem will be tomorrow with you? Nobody can teach you problem, how to face one particular. But to face the problems, any may come. As mathematics start on the board, that mathematics never comes in your life. Never. But that gives you power to deal any mathematical problem. That is the only thing. We are not taking any special problem that tomorrow your husband is going to talk you with red eye how to deal. That is not our job. Our job is any problem comes, how to deal with that. So you can be independent. To get help from anybody is not bad. It is very good, whether psychologist or psychiatrist. But to get help. But to depend on anybody completely, and then you are not getting help, you are going to blame that person right away. Means to learn how to take responsibility of your own action. Sickness originates when we do not take responsibility. And we understand all people are around me responsible for my disorderliness except me. How innocent I was. I was dependent on my daddy, how he deceived me. My mother, my husband, my wife, my children, my society, my government, and ultimately planets. If you don't find anybody, then it is Jupiter somewhere disturbing me. This type of things, to have astrology not bad. Many people misunderstand me when I criticize. I am not against, but question is, are astrology and your brain two different things? That's the whole thing. If you blame them, you are blaming yourself. You are creating dualism. You operate television, radio, this energy and program going on, seemingly there are two things. But they are not two. You disconnect electricity, there will be no program. So that is the energy, but your brain is available for that. So there is no dualism. Dualism is on the aspect of modus operandi, difference in modus how operate, but they are one. So you cannot blame them. Although you are right, certain aspects of planetary system are dangerous going on. But the question is, there is no dualism, so you have to correct them from here, not from there. Still others, such as the heart, do their work automatically. You have no control over them. So body has developed two systems, voluntary and involuntary. 10% voluntary control given to you. 90% command service and taking care of that. So purification and nourishment both. You are not body, that is true, but it does not mean you have not to take care of your body. You are not car. You are not that helicopter in which Sanjay died. But still you have to take care of, otherwise it will create your death. Our whole life. Car you are not. If car jumping into a lake, then you will be dead. Car will remain whatever it is. So this body developed two systems, voluntary and involuntary. Now they became so separate. Involuntary is heaven and voluntary is earth. Now heaven and earth we cannot have any bridge. Now we are trying to get help of the stars which are trillion miles away. In the digestive system, this philosophy heat and eat, I added one more, heat and eat and then hate. First you heat, then you eat, later on you hate that it was not good. No, we should learn for the sake of the body our fresh food. Today I was drinking sweet Radha gave that Radhika the carrot juice, and I realized right away it was not the same. So I asked her, she told this is not natural, it is commercial carrots. What a difference, commercial carrots are tasteless. And you can feel, but you can never know unless you have the good one. Once you have good taste, then comes commercial, nitrogenous fertilizers, and see the junk you eat, you realize right away. She was giving till now fruit juice, which was the naturally grown up, those carrots were coming. Today she bought that cup and I asked what happened. She told these are Guruji commercial group. They are not organic carrots. See the difference in body. And this is your body. If you destroy man, then many type of sickness will come. Any type of treatment will not help. In the digestive system, foods are changed into simpler forms that can be used by the body. The principal parts of this system are the mouth. First digestion begins in the mouth. Any food you eat, if your saliva is not coming, then first digestion is missing. Then second will be disorderly. If I do not do my job, hand over you, then how you will operate? Here body working on the system, one does, then other work over that. If one denies, then other cannot work. In the lungs, windpipe and parts of the nose and throat form the respiratory system. So breathe it. Its job is to provide the blood with oxygen and remove carbon dioxide, a waste gas. The circulatory system consists of the heart, arteries, veins, capillaries and blood. 2 million red blood cells are formed per second. I am sure you will not believe these type of things, but it is happening. 2 million, that is very great number, per second. And because body has to fight, there is much loss also per second. The circulatory system consists of the heart, arteries, veins, capillaries and blood. This system carries the oxygen and food substances to trillion and trillion cells. There are 300 trillion cells have been counted by computer till now. And this is not the last list. 300 trillion cells. Thanks to computer they are doing all these type of things. It also carries away waste products from the cells. Wastes are removed from the body by the excretory system. Many wastes are removed from the blood by the kidneys, the lungs and the skin. Also eliminate Waste product and solid waste pass from the digestive tract. The brain, spinal cord, and the nerve make up the nervous system. This is called the nervous system means Vata Sansthan, department of the ether and prana. Vata system, nervous system. Digestive system, pitta. And the rest is kapha, body, this three systems. Five elements are summarized into three. Fire is digestion and metabolism. And Vat, air and ether make nervous system, governing force. And earth and water made the rest of the body. 7 personalities of the mind. See, this simple formula. Vatic personality, light body and very brainy, intelligent. Pythic personality, light body and very fiery. Have sometimes red hair, golden hair, change in the hair color, from black into any color. That is the mixture of the fire. And then Kapha Sansthan means just lover of earth and earthly life, because this earth belongs to them. Means, so if you see a thin fellow and very intelligent, might be misuse of intelligence, create neurotic. But see here also sitting. See how many are thin, short. You can see that is Vatic. But by see their eyes, you can detect very sharp outlook. They do not need to be repeatedly told for anything. Just once and is enough, and twice is too much. Third time you tell, they will leave your place. That is Pythic. Slasmic, bulky body, smiling face, heavy outlook, and very happy. It seems careless, they are not so careless, but they are very wise. Your government also filled with this type of people. Big chin, this chin is very big, body, and a smiling nature. And whenever they have any problem, they prefer to get out of that and eat a lot. And drink, they feel happy. Just get out, go into hell, let me eat. And they are keeping themselves very happy. 3 personalities. See here. If you want to see Slasmic personality, see there, Mahalakshmi is smiling. See, you want to get down. Vatic.
This was the first one.
Vatic, Pythic, Slasmic. Now make dual. Vata, Pythic. Thin fellow and also fiery. That become too much. And Vata is Slasmic. Intelligent is also very slow going. Personality, your President of United States. He is a thin, but also take things relatively very easy way. And people have doubt whether he is following Mahatma Gandhi philosophy. Yeah, that's right. And then, so Vatic, see Vatic, Vatic, Vatic,
Which was first one?
Vatic.
First person.
No, I do not. When he stopped with such a distance. Then they told, this is the sign of heaven, release him. So he got out. Then French came, he told the same thing. Then came German. German told, I'm not going to tell anything unless you correct your machine.
You told polite version.
Eh?
You told polite version.
I have to do that. She want particular name. She Vata Slasmic, Tara Devi. I will tell this type of name also. So, Vatic, Pythic, Slasmic. Vatic, flying always up, never on earth. Pythic, between heaven and earth. Then Guru. Then Vatic always on earth. Their talk will be very practical. They love heaven, but they enjoy earth also. Buddha was the topmost Vatik. Christ was earthly. He loved earth. Buddha was flying, Christ was walking. See, Buddha was flying up. Lao Tzu was walking on earth. You cannot get rid of this planet. So, if you are intelligent, bring that intelligence heavenly on earth. So, Vatik, thin fellow, thin body. See yourself, I do not need to tell you. Paitik, fiery. These will have definitely changes in their hair. They cannot have black hair because they always this energy chemicals bombarding. So they will have different color hair. And their drug also will be different. You cannot give the same drug. The injection or drug which is helping others will upset the other person. Personality you have to see. Vatik, Paitik, Slashmic. If you have some time doubt, you can see the Eva sitting there. Slashmic means earth and water. Earth and water. Then mixture of the two. Vata, Paitik. That is too much. Vata, Paitik. Hitler was among them. Very selected model of the Vata, Paitik personality plus German. There were three qualities. He was Vatik, Paitik and German. The three qualities was great in it. Vata, Paitik, Vata, Slashmic. See that more sitting on the chair. Vata, Slashmic. Earth and heaven meeting together. George. Vata, Slashmic. Earth and heaven meeting together. They do not enjoy only earth, but they also revealing the beauty of the heaven. That is really perfect personality based. Then comes Vata, Pitta, Slashmic. Such a personality will come if you meditate. So those who are meditating, they, although their body might be one side, but they are entering into a balanced personality, equilibrium. That comes Vata, Pitta, Slashmic, mean equilibrium of the five elements. And this is the challenge. Once you think, you cannot think without involving planets. You know them or not. Imagine, do anything. I will tell you what planet involved. You don't need to search any calendar. Whatever you want. Suppose you want to do something, desire tremendous. Taurus involved. You want to be something, very important name and fame, Aries involved. And when one involved, opposite involved, Taurus and Scorpio, Aries and Libra. Because one end pull, other end has to go. This end will tell you what you are. This end is what we call imaginative, and this other end controls. If you tell Aries, Aries is the sign of being. It always wants to do something new. But new can be dangerous. The Libra controls that, don't do that. Aries tell I am, Libra tell it is false. You are not. It has balance. Whatever I balance, that much I am, neither less nor more. See? Any sign you have, like you are romantic moving, you are Cancer. Anything you think, it is the product of zodiac sign and five elements. You cannot get rid of them. And they are operating through. These are the seven personalities in us. What personality you will take the Bharati Devi? Huh? Paitik? Well, they are not in balance, because if they are in balance, then there will be perfect samadhi. So it is. Hmm?
You asked him when you
Yeah, she gave answer correct, very near. Lung, the circulatory system consists of the heart, arteries, veins, capillaries and blood. The brain, spinal cord and nerves make up the nervous system. That is Vata Sansthan. Digestive system, Pitta Sansthan, department of metabolism. In every Sansthan have five divisions. Vata controls five. Prana, Apana, Samana, Vyana, Udana, Sembe Pitta. 5, and Sembe Kapha, 5 stations they have in the body. This is not the time to take them. This is the complex communication network with which you are. You see, you hear, you taste, you touch and sense your surroundings. So Vata Sansthan, nervous system. Pitta Sansthan, tongue is responsible for that. See, the topmost organ of kapha, taste. And then Pitta Sansthan, topmost is digestive system. Digestion of anything and all body, every cell is doing. First digestion in the intestine, but that is the only first. Now cells have to operate. Operation of the cell over digestive food is called metabolism. And metabolism naturally has anabolism and catabolism, building up and destruction. Destruction is compulsory to build up something. Also, the brain is capable of thinking, remembering. Without these abilities, you would not be able to read this book. Scientists feel that the brain is, for many reasons, probably the most important organ in the body. The endocrine system is sometimes referred to as the body's chemical control. This system is composed entirely of small special glands found in various places in your body. You can call that endocrine system is the radar system. It does not have any contact with anything. Just triggers radio wave moves with that. The secretions of the glands are called hormones, which determine your rate of growth and control many other body activities. Finally comes the reproductive system. Reproductive system makes it possible for human beings to create new human beings. It consists of the testes in the male and the ovaries and uterus in the female. These various systems, each composed of trillion and trillion individual cells and molecules. It is reported by a company, movies available, of John Company. They made movie over this, a chemical man, in which they have taken only your palm. And you will be surprised to know, read that report, that the molecules in your palm are transcending the number. If you collect the grains of the sand from the beaches of the ocean from all over the planet. This is very amazing report. That molecules which are in your hand, they will be transcending that number of the sands grain obtained in all over beaches. Not only United States, given all over the world, this planet. If this is not magic, then what it is? Greatest magic is you in your body. Finally, the reproductive system makes it possible for human beings to create new human beings. It consists of the testes in the male and ovaries and uterus in the female. Medical habit was right away little defective of your uterus and ovaries. This was done till now. Now medical science realized that this was the greatest mistake. Little cancer or something to take everything out of female body. You don't know now it's neither male nor female. She has to be irritated whole life. Supplying hormone from outside, synthetically prepared, from the dead animal's glands. Nothing is synthetic in either. They have to take these glands. That is not good habit. Ovaries and uterus should be protected as much as possible and as long as possible. Even uterus removed, then some tissue should be left there. They replaces. They begin to cover up. And this a thing modern medical department began to realize. These various systems, each composed of trillion and trillion individual molecules and cells, work in miraculous harmony to keep your body functioning. This is for the time being. Om Sai. Now little bit I want to mix it up with this. Real persons love each other as a luxury. It is not a need. They enjoy sharing. They have so much joy. They would like to pour it into somebody. Sitaro is the name, so you should not be confused. Sitaro, the really aware is certainly one who is capable of living alone. A man who can live alone is the great hero. But that is only half the truth. The other half is that the one who is really capable of being alone is also capable of being together with somebody. So see, first can you live by yourself without need from anybody. Then you should come and live with others. Otherwise not. Otherwise other is coming as a crutch. And man became really deviated political diplomat he is. I do mistake and I am searching how to find out to put my mistake on your head. Everybody trying to run away from responsibility. That we have learned in family life, by the way. In family life, children are searching to put burden on the parents. And parents also in the same way, if they have any manifested, they're searching that you disturb me, otherwise I was quite okay before. One brother is searching to throw away responsibility on other brother. And younger children searching the elder sister to put everything on her. And she is also searching in the same way. She is clever because she is the eldest, too easily to put on others. That way everybody is searching to pick up somebody so they can blame and to get out of that trouble. That is the whole competition going on. And intelligent you are if you prove that other sisters and brothers are wrong. Because you have beautiful language, beautiful tongue, and other innocent kids, they cannot talk like you. In fact, only he is capable of being in togetherness who can live by himself alone. The person who is not able to be alone cannot be together with somebody. And if he is with somebody, he is or she is going to create trouble. Because he has no individuality. The person who has no individuality cannot be together with anybody and can be together with somebody for inner motives. Then motives are over, right away out. Why? There are many problems. First, he is always afraid. If he comes too close to the other person, he will lose himself. There is fear of losing completely. He has no integrity, yet he is afraid being swallowed up by friend completely. And it is happening. They are also trying to swallow you up. There is nothing unusual. That is why people are afraid of love, of too much love. When you too much love anybody, then some people disappear for good. Because they are afraid that, oh my goodness, in the beginning so much what will happen to me, I will lose everything. So they just leave the station. People are afraid to come too close. Why? We understand. I will be no more. I will be just like marionette in the hand of others. Because if they come too close, they may dissolve in the other. That is the fear. The other may overpower them. The other may become their whole reality. They may be possessed by the other. That is the fear. That is very great fear. And I don't blame that. If that is the case, man should not be with anybody. Just meditate. And coming into contact like on the stage, keeping away. That's the best. Only a person who knows the beauty of being alone is capable of coming as close as possible. Because he is not afraid. He knows that he is. He has an integrated being in him. He has something crystallized in him. Because without that crystallized something, he would not be able to be alone. You cannot be alone. That is another challenge, let me tell you. My experience with that. To be alone. Ordinary job, try to be alone first. You cannot understand even what I am telling you. If you are alone, you will be dead. You will jump out of window. If there is a window open in the jail or somewhere, seclusion. Only possible he who has manifestation of heaven. To be alone means to be with heaven. And to be together means to be with earth. That is my experience. If you are not with heaven, seclusion will be the greatest shock. Find out. So to be alone means to be with heaven. And to be together means to be on earth. So if you are, thy will be done on earth as in heaven. If you were in heaven, then you can live on earth very happily. But if you are not with heaven, earth will be burdened. The second thing, when a person is not capable of being alone, he is always dependent on the others for everything. Not only dependent for eating and living, he is also dependent for giving blame. He is never wrong because he is independent. So always dependent on others. Therefore, first thing comes that who will take the responsibility that I am sick. I have epileptic fit with migraine. And I was quite okay, I did not have these things. After marrying with this guy, I got it. So it is, now society is sitting to flare it up because they want to criticize you in any way. They say, aha, you see, what a cruel man. After marriage, he made his wife epileptic. She came very innocent. Nobody knew that she and her mother and their grandmother, everybody had epileptic fit. Nobody want to know. Even they know, they don't want to mention. They have to criticize you. The second thing, when a person is not capable of being alone, he is always dependent on the other. He clings because he is afraid the other may leave. And then he will have to suffer loneliness. A lady write me letter from Barcelona, girl. I will not go further, many people are smiling. She write me very lovely letter. She tells her whole story, that ultimately she comes to the fact. She calls me Guruji, that's okay. Guruji, now you tell me, this guy is going out of the way, she criticizes everything, others. Now ultimately she comes to reality, that Guruji, if you forget everything, now let me know what I should do. I lost my husband and I am carrying on this baby and I am searching to become something, and this guy is going out of control. Now give me advice. First, either you bring this guy to me or you tell me what I should do and whom I should search. How will you answer that? You cannot do either. Neither you can force somebody to go into that lion's den, and nor you can bring somebody, this you take. In 3 hours meeting, I became her guru. I said, that is the lovely way. Now, guru means I should supply one of these two things. To have a friendship, not bad. But to have friendship for this reason, then you are dependent. When you are dependent, then act like dependent. This creates three personality: dependent to independent personality. When you want your friend should be dependent on you, that time he is independent. When you want, this time I want to have rest, he should be independent by himself, that time he is on your head. This is I call dependent to independent personality. He is or she is dependent when you want to take rest. Now you have headache. When you want, they should be dependent on you or want to do something, that time they are independent. That very dangerous situation is. And whenever you make the other your possession, you become the possession of the other. In function, it functions both ways. When you reduce the other to a furniture, the other reduces you to a commodity furniture. And when you are so much afraid of the others leaving you, you are ready to compromise, in any way. And this compromise itself is neurosis. Ulterior motives are taking part inside, they never come. Reality in our conflict and trouble never brought in togetherness, because this is most dangerous than to expose anybody's life. And that is not good. I don't advise. Reality is always different, which even you can never tell. Because to tell means to insult God in them. To expose anybody's private life openly, it should never be done. But that is private life hidden ulterior motives. When they are not served, then we explode outside. They were something else. And that has to be counted. And that nobody can count. That has to count the person who is involved. Very great thing. Ulterior motives and selfish interest are involved in such a way. When two persons coming together, some private stories are hidden. When wife is attacking you, that you are not coming in time, and I am waiting with meal here, she does not mean really that. The real thing is she feels that you are with some other girl. That she does not want to tell you because she does not have any correct proof against you. But she has intuitive feeling that you are. And she has intuitive experience very positive, but how to prove? Therefore she pick up very logical way that you are late. You cannot deny. But that is not the reason. Reason is entirely different. But these motives are very powerful. The second thing, and whenever you make the other possession, then you become automatic possession. You will see this happening to all society. They have compromised. They have sold their soul for a single reason. They cannot be alone. I cannot be alone. They are afraid. They are afraid. The woman may leave. The man may leave. And then the very idea is frightening, dangerous, that what will happen to me. The capacity, and that letter she writes that now my challenge ultimately, that how I can be alone. Exactly she writes. That forget everything now, Guruji advised that how I can stand alone by myself with a baby. She has also a baby. The capacity to be alone is the capacity to love. A man cannot be alone. Therefore here comes meditation center. Meditation center come to tell you that you are never lonely. You are never lonely. You are always with heaven. How you can be lonely? Impossible idea. A wife who is sitting with her husband and telling, dear, can you guide me? I want to find out a friend with whom I can live happily. How will you like? you are under attack. She even does not know that you have been attacked. Or a husband asking his wife, darling, can you tell me a beautiful girl on whom I can have confidence and live peacefully? How she will feel? She will be insulted right away. What this guy is doing here? What I am doing here? He is asking a girl in whom he can have a little bit confidence at least. Then she will feel that she does not have anything here to offer. So heaven is operating on you and you are praying God that give me some good company so I can rely with that person. God really will be shocked. Feel breathing going on. Feel it. Feel, can you breathe alone by yourself without involving heaven? Don't take breathing in and live by your own breathing. There is no such a thing as your own breathing, but you got something, make believe. Can you see me without reciprocal radio wave? Your light is coming into me, returning back into you. And my light into you meet together. If my light is not meet together, you will leave the place. You come here and I make red eyes. Then we are not coming into togetherness, you will leave the place. Sun has to operate through your eyes, air has to operate through your lungs and skin, ether has to operate through your body. So all elements, total heaven is standing with you. In what way you are alone? And still if we feel loneliness, then heaven is cursing us. To become with company anybody, never bad, it is very good. But to become with company that you will remove my loneliness, that will be very dangerous attempt. The second thing, the capacity to be alone is the capacity to love. It may look paradoxical to you, but it is not. It is an existential truth. Only those people who are capable of being alone are capable of love, of sharing, of going into the deepest core of the other person, without possessing the other, without becoming dependent on the other, without reducing the other to a thing, and without becoming addicted to the other. A person who can live alone is practically impossible. But if you can live alone, it is proof that you are with heaven. And heaven is such a beautiful thing, I tell you. Even you come from aloneness to share, you are really doing very great sacrifice. Because you were happy there. When God take incarnation like Jesus Christ or Krishna, it is called fall from heaven. Because they are leaving their highest station coming here, you can see. And sometimes you can see you are with certain friend, you are sacrificing everything. And they are not ready to understand what are you doing. Then you repent that what nonsense I am doing here. Why I should not give my, you are distributing your gold. And they count as a clay of earth. Then you think that I am the donor, why I should not pick up anybody else, why to bother with this? I am giving something, not getting anything. So, fall from God is the incarnation of earth. Lord Shankaracharya writes, when God also missing the point sometime, he is incarnated as Savior of the world. What to do? Savior of the world, because he is fallen from heaven. They allow the other absolute freedom because they know that if the other leave, they will be happy as they are now. Their happiness cannot be taken by the other because it is not given by the other. Happiness is our heaven. And you are not to search heaven. You are the heaven. Why you are searching? The moment you have idea you are searching heaven, you are missing the point. Do you need to search yourself? You are wherever you are. So why you search heaven and God? You are that heaven. Only we are covered with thinking mind. So then thinking mind is dropped. Heaven is there. Now people come into confusion. Oh my goodness, I have to drop thinking. No, you have not to drop anything. When I tell you hand, see this. How many fingers are? 5. And they are not yours. That is also very sure. When thinking going on, see thinking going on, and also see that you are not thinking. It is the heaven thinking for you. If anything we do, then we disrupt it, disturb it. So to think without being thinker. See? To think without being thinker. And to do without being doer. To own thing without being owner. To walk without being walker. And to listen flute, this music, without being musician. That is the whole beauty. World platform, Sankhya Yoga has given one great example, greatest. That world is the acting platform. And if you deny to act, you will be forced. And even you cry, then continue cry in the form of acting. Cry. If crying comes, don't run away, then cry and cry. When crying comes, you want to laugh. That is your difficulty. When crying comes, that time, for God's sake, please cry. When laughing comes, don't try to cry, then laugh. And that is our problem. When we are amorous and romantic, that time we want to become Jesus Christ. Don't do that, we become romantic. Go do work. When you are guilty, don't try to come out of guilt consciousness. Become more and more guilty, more and more guilty, more and more guilty. And guilt is tired of you. Then it disappears for good. Never again. You are not good guy. When you are depressed, we are trying to be happy. That is very wrong thing. Depressed. If you are depressed, when I joined first time the psychiatric world, I knew depression, but not so much. Here people were sitting. And some saliva was falling, no secretion was falling. They told me this is catatonic state I never seen before. First time I came psychiatric department, oh my goodness, what is this going on? Now I did not know anything. How to do? So one day I sat down, I said, I read many books, but did not give answer. I said, that tonight I decided I have to be depressed. So I think, mind was telling, get out, do something else. Telephone ring. I said, no, I'm depressed. I'm depressed. Whole night I did, depressed. I cannot get up. I cannot do. So I was falling really early morning, laughing and laughing, whole thing so happy. I said, my goodness, this is the whole difficulty. You are trying to get away. If you are depressed, if you have anxiety, don't come out. Anxiety. Expand more, my goodness, I don't know what God is. I have anxiety. I don't know what heaven is. I don't know who I was before. I don't know what I will be later on. Not anxiety, you lost only $5 somewhere in the market. No, expand this anxiety up to the end. And ultimately you will feel laughing and laughing and you are free from that anxiety for good. Then why do they want to be together? This is the question. Why we should be in togetherness? You have to tell something?
I have a bit of confusion over when it becomes indulgent to go further and further into a depression or an anxiety.
Now you brought very lovely point. To become indulgent means I am not the witness. I am the victim. This is the whole thing. We are the witness. Indulgence, just like you watching me, I am indulgent in something. So you will be very kind and sympathetic to me. But my mother, she is identified with me. She will not be, she is kind, but she is part of my, she is as much victim as I am. Perhaps she is more victim. I am getting shock and she might be getting nervous breakdown because she is identified with me. She is my mother. So here is indulgence to go up to the end as a watching witness. Then also time to time come out. That comes meditation, drop. So meditation comes, drop all thinking. Now don't think for a moment. Drop completely thinking that I am not taking part in anything. Neither I control them nor I control them. I want not to be guide to my thoughts. And I have no concern with instinct. Remain alert. By dropping to take part in thinking does not mean you have not to be alert. Watch carefully. Mind is sleeping. Body is resting. And you are awakened. I am sure we are limited by time. You got it. I am sure. You begin to feel something energy-wise vibrating and picking up its heavenly channel, and you can feel that something good will come. But you have to remain some time. Even Jesus Christ ultimately remained 40 days into that state. He did not come out because he had to fill up his battery with heavenly forces. Then why do they want to be together? It is not more, it is no more a need. Why Jesus Christ or Lord Buddha or any person in this world wanted to come back into public? It seems they were lacking something. No, they were not in need. It is a luxury. It is sharing. It is service divine. Try to understand it. Real reasons love each other as a luxury. It is not a need. They enjoy sharing. They have so much joy. They would like to pour it into somebody, and they know how to play their life as a solo instrument. That is the beauty. Light continue, see the light, sun, to reveal the world. But the moon, there is nobody. Sun reveals itself, enjoying solo. It reveals the world, but there is no world itself. Light reveals everybody, but nobody in this room. Light will continue to reveal itself. It is happy in itself. The solo flute player knows how to enjoy his flute alone. And if he comes and finds a tabla player, a solo tabla player, they both will enjoy being together in creating a harmony between the flute and the tabla. And they both will enjoy it. They will both pour their richness into each other. And Sitaro, the name of the person who asked question, you ask how does this fit with the dream of a community? The man who is searching monastery to live alone, how he will be related to the world which is in the form of community. That is the difference between the so-called society and commune. The society consists of people who are needful, who are all dependent in some way or the other. The children are dependent on the parents. But remember, the parents also are dependent on the children. It may not be so obvious, but it is so. Just search a little more. The mother cannot be without the child. Of course, the child cannot be without the mother either. But the mother also cannot be without the child. Family members are dependent on each other. They cling to each other. It gives a certain comfort, security and safety. Then the family depends on other families. People depend on the church. People depend on the clubs. People depend on societies. It is a great world of dependent people, childish of grown-ups. A commune is a totally different world. It is not a society. A commune is a gathering of people who are all capable of being alone. Being alone means everybody, just like everybody must have his own breathing. If you are not breathing, how you can be with somebody else either? You are dead. Everybody must have his own circulation. That is compulsory. Therefore, everybody must be united with his own heaven. Then you come into togetherness. A commune is a gathering of people who are all capable of being alone, and they would like to be together to create a great orchestra of life. A commune is a not dependent phenomenon, it is an independence. That is why many times in this ashram people come and tell me, everybody seems to be so happy with himself that it looks as if nobody is interested in anybody else. That's the mistake of ashram comes. And that is not exception Bhagavan Rajneesh ashram either. Here also the complaint comes. Many people misunderstand. Perhaps residents are not interested to welcome guests. But the story is in some cases very different also. Some may not be interested, I cannot tell, but some cannot be interested because they are so happy in themselves they don't know who is walking around them. So this is the story of the ashram and monastery is. That is why many times in this ashram people come and tell me, everybody seems to be so happy with himself that it looks as if nobody interested in anybody else. Particularly the newcomers feel it. Particularly the newcomers feel it, that people are different. It is not so. They are not indifferent. But you are coming from a society where everybody dependent on everybody else. And in ashram it is not. Ashram everybody is independent. That they are learning their life. That is not society. Not like your old society. Here everybody is enjoying his own life first. And that is not selfish life but heavenly life. There is no interference. My whole effort is to make you so alert, so loving that you don't interfere with others. Love never interferes. Love gives total freedom. If it is not giving freedom, then it is not love. It is not indifference that newcomers feel. And slowly and slowly and slowly they understand. By the time they have lived here for a few weeks, they know what is happening. People are not indifferent. People are very loving, but they are non-interfering. So they don't impinge upon you, and they are non-needy. They are not greedy, and they don't cling to you. Of course, you have known only those kind of people, so this new type frightens you. You think that you are not needed. Nobody cares that these people are very selfish, that they are too self-occupied. It is nothing like that. That is not the case at all. That is absolutely untrue. They care, but they don't want to interfere with your world. But to you it may appear so in the beginning. A commune of sannyasins will be a celebration. It is not God-fearing but God-loving. It is not struggle for existence and survival of the fittest. This is the most dirty formula present in animal life. It is a struggle for happiness. It is the survival of the heavenly soul. It is not a struggle for existence. It is a struggle for love. It is a struggle for sharing. And he who can share his existence more and more will be the greatest man. See, that is new experience. It is not a struggle for existence, it is a struggle for evolution, how I should bring out more beauty to share to make you happy. See Mahatma Gandhi, see George Washington, see Abraham Lincoln, see your John F. Kennedy, see great men in this world came. See, now you go up, see Jesus Christ. Now these are great authority. See Lao Tzu, see Buddha. Buddha who ran away from that, now ultimately he came to share. How I can share? Sometimes it is, if any mistake in me is, in you is, in anybody is, that it is that you want to give too much. Mahatma Gandhi was blamed when he was assassinated. George Bernard Shaw's article was published about him that too kindness is also too dangerous. Too much giving, when people cannot hold it, they will kill you. You give too much, so be careful. Too much in a short time. I realize my difficulty. I want to give you Sanskrit in a moment. Cut. You know, people pass out. They never come back. I said, what happened? I am giving them too much in a short time. I dropped since that idea. I take now few suffixes. It is beautiful if two persons are together. It is good if it is continued and they can sing a song together. It is good to sing a chorus. But if things go wrong, if it becomes heavy, if being together interfere with your freedom, then you can go and sing your song alone. There is no need to be part of chorus if it is disturbing you. And the commune is a place where this much freedom should be allowed. There will be couples, but there will not be husbands and wife style dominating. There will be domination of love, not domination of legal certificate. They will be friends in the commune. That is why this ashram is. Now we read from anatomy and from something from mental. Close your eye for the time being. And feel that you are never lonely. First examine your body, head to the feet, directly, not thinking. No interpretation and no thinking. Feel how this body is acting by itself. You are going to examine involuntary movement of the nature. Now feel how this body is breathing. Don't feel that you are breathing. Feel body is breathing, not you. Give your body full freedom. Allow the way body is breathing. You can feel the entire atmosphere trying to enter into your body and filling every part of body like the water of ocean filling the sponge, and breathing out your energy embracing the heaven. Breathing in, heaven is embracing your body. Feel it. Heaven does not talk independently, it talks through you. You are naturally entering into not only rebirthing, but resurrection. A new happiness, a new personality is being born constantly. And because you are reborn, so you are in heaven. Feel it's mutual breathing. Not only heaven is breathing, everybody is breathing, entering into your breathing. And your breathing entering into everybody's breathing. We are mutually one. Feel you are not breathing. You breathe without bringing the breather. For a few moments, just witness the breathing and feel. How do you feel when breathing goes in? You feel very tranquil, refreshed, rejuvenated. This is your respiratory system. Now coming the circulatory system. Feel how breathing is changing into electrical current, flow of blood, current of electricity from the heart into head and face, neck and shoulders, arms, palms and fingers, chest and abdomen, legs, feet and toes. Everything's submerging progressively in the pulsation of electricity, in the bliss and blessing of heaven, in the tranquility of Atman. Feel every part, every system, your skin, muscles, skeleton, nervous system, endocrine, all are bombarding their energy. Feel now the pulsation of energy from the sun, moon and star on this cosmic television of body. These radio waves, cosmic rays, X-rays, radiating from your body into the space, to the sun, moon and stars, from them to your body. You feel you are enjoying your aloneness, not loneliness. You are never lonely. Every part of body submerging into heavenly tranquility. No thinking for the time being. No translation and no interpretation. Feel directly how nature is serving this body in every respect. Without any fear or anxiety, allow your mind to submerge in this magnetic liquid. Feel it is not your heart and body pulsating, total universe pulsating in you. You are in the atmosphere. As breathing is mutual, so vibration and pulsation is mutual between the heaven and earth. Feel every cell of body, every molecule is pulsating on the atmosphere, an atmosphere on the body. No matter how far sun, moon, stars are, they are pulsating on you. It is remote control radio waves and your body creating pulsar on them. There is no choice. Just you have to feel it. Don't believe, feel it. Take part after part body. Head absolutely submerged in the light and color and very tranquil pulsation. Head and face, neck practically does not exist. It is just light. Shoulders and arms, palms and fingers, chest and abdomen, legs, feet and toes. Everything is new. It is not the same body. It is the body of light and color, vibration and pulsation. You are experiencing pranic body, akashic body and akashic record, ethereal and electrical body, astral. You can experience the meeting point of three bodies: earthly, psychic, pranic, and ethereal. Now this is your last minute. Hold your breathing in equilibrium and experience this cosmic music and cosmic pulsation. Feel your body, the television and radio, organic. You are not only present in this body, but everywhere in this atmosphere. तुमेव माता च पिता तुमेव तुमेव बन्धु च सखा तुमेव तुमेव विन्द्या द्रविणं तुमेव तुमेव सर्वं मम देव देवः ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ